this up, and now I'm going to explain the structured query language, so which is also called as SQL. So now I'm going to use the RDBMS MySQL. So here let us see the objectives of this video. So first we are going to explore the basic commands and functions of SQL and how to use SQL for data administration, that is how to create a table, index and views, how to use SQL for data manipulation, and how to use SQL to query a database to extract useful information. Then now it's an introduction for SQL. SQL, it is divided into two broad categories. One is data definition language and data manipulation language. There is one more category also, that is the transaction control language, but we are going to see only the two categories. One is data definition and the one is the data manipulation language. So data definition language means it is basically on the structure of the table. So this includes some commands which are the create a table, alter command and drop table. So which is focusing on the structure of the table comes under the data definition language. And data manipulation language is nothing actually if you are doing any processing, conducting any manipulation, inserting new records or updating the value or deleting the record, retrieving data from the database. So those kind of thing comes under the data manipulation language. Now we'll see what are the commands which comes under the data definition language. So create schema, then for the authorization, and create table. So I told you this is the first thing how we have to create a table, and only then we can insert all the records into the table. This create table has some constraints. That is, first one is not null and unique constraint, and primary key, foreign key, default and check. So here not null means ensure that a column will not have null value. Unique means ensures that a column will not have a duplicate value. Primary key defines a primary key for a table. Then foreign key also defines a foreign key for a table. Default, it defines a default value for a column when no value is given. Check constraint used to validate data in an attribute. Then create index and create view and alter table. Then create and drop table, drop index and drop view. Then next we will see the data manipulation language. So I told you data manipulation means we can just do inserting a value, and you can delete the value or modify the value, and finally if you want you can retrieve the value. So the first one is insert command here, and second one is select, and select has more constraints. So here you can just see these are the classes actually. So where, group by, having, order by. The next one is update and delete, commit and rollback. So the commit and rollback which comes under the for permanently saving databases and restores data to their original values. Okay. Then next we'll see what are the operators. So these are the relational operators. You can just see equal, less than, greater than, and less than, equal to, not equal. All are given here. And logical operator, it is like and or not. And there are some special operators listed over here. So between is, null, like, in, exits and distinct. So aggregate functions. So here aggregate functions, it is also called as the group functions. Then count, minimum, maximum, sum and average. So we'll see how to implement those operators in the SQL coding. Then next is the data type. So here there are different data type. So numeric, it can be either number, integer, small int or decimal, or even you can just specify this integer can be abbreviated as int. Then it is like a whole numbers. Then character, then decimal, you can just give some like a float point. All those things can be given. Character is, I can just give like a char or varchar. So char, and what is the difference between char and varchar? Means char, it's a fixed length character, whereas like varchar, it is a variable length character. So here if I am giving like character of 15 means the fixed length 15 will be allocated for that variable. Whereas if I am giving a varchar of 5, what happens, it is based on the input only the space will be allocated. It is not like 5 if I have given like 5 space should be allocated. So date has a data type only. And then now we'll just see how to create a table using create command. So the syntax for create table is create table, and table name should be given and the variable name and the data type. So you can just give how many variable and the data type you want. and finally this has to be terminated. So this has to be terminated. Then example for this is, so here you can just see I have created one create table, and the table name I told you I have given a table name as student, and this is the arguments I have to give. So first I have to give the variable name. So the variable name is roll number RNO, and the data type I have given as int. And I told you how many how many variable you want to create, you can just create it. So if I have to give one more, I have to separate it by giving the comma over here, and name, again the data type I have given, var of 10 I have given, then grade, var of 5, and finally I have to close this parenthesis. So you can just see this inner like outer, I have closed it, and finally I have terminated. So once everything is correct, you will get a message like very okay, 0 rows affected. The next it is the insert command. Here the syntax for insert command is insert into table name and values, and then we have to give all the values appropriate to the create command, and then I have to close this and terminate. So one example I have given here, insert. So here you can just see, so I have given insert into student. So the table name is student, and values I have given, it is a keyword. So into, insert, and values are the keyword. And the first one when I created, it was the roll number, and second one was the name, and third one was a grade. So one, it was int type, so I have just given, and the second one was it is a var, so it should be within the quotes, and next one is also a var, so it should be within a quotes, and finally I have to terminate. So once it is success, you will get query okay, one row affected. So this one row is added into your table. The next one is select command. So here syntax is select, star means just display all the column from student. So what happens, I have created like 3 columns, roll number, name, and grade. So all the 3 columns are displayed here, you can just see. So this is the output of the select command. Then already in the one table I showed you like the select command have various classes, but here I have given only one var class. So here you can just see select star from student var condition. So whatever the condition you want, you have to give it. So now one example, select star from student. So I have added like I have inserted like 2 records into this. So you can just see one record and the second record. So now based on the var class, I want to just give only, I want to display only one. So how to give a query for that means select star. Star means it's all columns will be displayed. Start from student var name equal to Sandhya. So it is going to check where the name is Sandhya, only that particular record will be displayed. So this is how it works. So this is how you can create a table, insert a value into the table, and finally you can retrieve the data from the table. So hope you just understood like how to just create, insert, and select the data from the table.